Hey Dino Dudes, what's going on? I am the Meteoraptor back here with a brand new movie review. Guys, today I'm going to take a look at a 2011 horror thriller. That movie is The Collapsed. You guys, I was at Fan Expo this year, as I mentioned many times before in these reviews, and I walked by a booth and I actually got a chance to meet the director of The Collapsed. In fact, I even got his autograph, if I can pick up on that. And the main reason I bought it is because I wanted to help him, because he was like a small-time movie director working for like a low-budget company and all that, called Raven Banner. I want to say this is one of, if not the best horror film I have seen ever. I'm not talking like horror comedy, stuff like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Child's Play, they don't count. But, you guys, it says here on the front, from Fangoria, genuinely shocking. No. If it said genuinely scary, I would agree. You guys, it takes a lot to scare me. And I'm not talking jump scares, because I jump whenever I see those, but that's the point of them. That's why they're called jump scares. But I've sat through all of the Saw movies. I can sit through all the Hostel movies. I don't like to, but I have. Don't ask why. I sat through The Exorcist, and yeah, it was creepy, but it wasn't really scary. I've sat through all the Paranormal Activity movies. They're boring. They're not scary. There's nothing frightening about them. I've sat through the first two Human Centipede movies, and no, there wasn't anything frightening about them. And if you say different, then you are a spineless chicken! But that's beside the point. This thing was scary. You want to know why? The way it was written. This thing is what monsters should have been. We follow a family, and spoiler alert, two of them die actually very near the beginning, as after essentially an apocalypse happens, and they're trying to go to this place where they once called home, but along the way they meet these random people. They meet, it's essentially like what would happen if The Walking Dead met the Plague? No, The Purge. How like crime is legal, and it's like every man, but in this, it's every man for himself. And there's sort of like these groups that have like gas masks and guns, as you can tell by the front cover. And they're attacking the family, and they're just and the main two guys who survive, spoiler there, they just want to live. They just want to go home, and this is what all horror films should aspire to be. You guys, the main two characters, we have a lot of reason to care about them. The story is incredibly tight. It is very scary. Oh, hey, on the back here it says, tension to spare. That's an understatement. There was so much tension. This thing just has so much tension, so much suspense in it, and it doesn't kill the movie. Guys, some movies, they die from a lack of tension, or they die from over-tension. This thing has a lot of tension and a lot of suspense, but it will just scare you. It says here it won 5 different awards for film festivals. This thing should have won the Oscar. This thing should have been nominated at least for Best Story. Or at least, like, I don't know if there's like a B-movie awards, but if there was, this thing would have probably gotten Best Picture. Because, you guys, it was made on a very low budget. In fact, it was written, directed, and produced by the same guy, Justin McConnell. And it looks amazing, though. It looks like a big-budget Hollywood movie. So really, I've just sat here and praised the acting for like the past 3 minutes. So the story, the acting, everybody turns in a great showing. And that's really everything I can say. John Foresta, Steve Vera, Lisa Modul. Sorry if I get your names wrong. I can't pronounce names that well. Vincent Thomas, Stephen Gallo, Crescendo Santos, and Neil Green, and Rick Correndo. They all did fantastic jobs, and I would love to see them show up in other movies aside from just The Collapsed. Because I think they have potential to become legendary actors. And you know what? They showed me in this they can act. I want to see them do more than just this. And they might have already. I'm going to go check out IMDb as soon as I'm done here and find out. These special effects, you guys, one thing which I hate is CG blood because it never looks good. I don't want to hear anybody, it never will. This thing uses practical blood and it looks amazing. This whole thing is done incredibly low budget. But they just took the low budget they had and they made a masterpiece with it. It's like District 9. They didn't have that much. Well, actually District 9 did have a lot, but you get my point. They didn't have that much money for this, but they were still able to show what they could do. Rob Cleaner, Rob Cleaner, I'm just gonna call him Rob. He's the guy who made the music. The music is great, it's suspenseful, it adds to everything. The camera work is great, all the technical stuff is great. You know what, you guys? When it comes down to it, do you guys think I can recommend The Collapsed? Oh yes. I can totally recommend this. The only negative I have about this movie is the fact that it's not on Blu-ray. Justin McConnell, dude, I want to have a Blu-ray copy of The Collapsed. Please put this on Blu-ray. And if I said anything in here you would like to have for a blurb on the Blu-ray, you go right ahead and use anything I've said. Just send me a copy, please. Because this thing was fantastic. You guys, I'm going to be putting a link in this video to where you can go and where you can go to this site and where you can get the movie and other movies he's made. Go out there, check them out. They are amazing. He is one of the best horror directors I've seen since Eli Roth. Wow. This whole film was amazing, you guys. But that's all the time I have for this episode. So until next time, this is the Meteor Raptor saying keep cool, and I will see you guys around. Later.